guys, I'm Koshi from Shopify, and I'm here today with my friend Andy from Zapiet.
Hey Koshi, hey everyone, I'm Andy, the founder and CEO of Zapiet. We're the pioneers in all things pickup and delivery on Shopify and continue to innovate in the logistics space.
Tell us about what you've built for Shopify Point of Sale.
Sure, so we have 2 point of sale extensions at the moment. One is for managing and viewing your pickup and delivery orders via point of sale. And the second is for scheduling of pickup and deliveries within your physical store. So if it's a telephone order or walk-in and they want to select a specific date and time to have that order delivered, then we handle all of that via our point of sale UI extensions.
Now, I know that you built your app for Shopify before we rolled out our new technology, UI extensions. I'd love to hear how much of a difference it made building with UI extensions.
Sure. It was a huge improvement. I can't even tell you. I personally built our first version of the point of sale extension using the old app bridge, and it was difficult to say the least. But with the new point of sale UI extensions, we can test things much easier. We've got the pre-built UI components, which means accessibility is taken care of. It's just been much more enjoyable from the development point of view.
That is music to our ears, and thank you for sticking with it. Tell us a little bit about what motivated you to actually build for point of sale specifically rather than e-commerce.
Everything we do is related to bricks and mortar store merchants, so local deliveries and pickups. Obviously, point of sale extension and point of sale itself goes hand in hand. So we just have like so many merchants that were screaming out for a solution to be able to do what we do. And thanks to Shopify for releasing the extensions, we've been able to achieve that.
I'd love to double click on that. Can you talk a little bit about how merchant store operations have improved since the launch of UI extensions and the innovation you've been able to drive with that?
Yeah, so I think one of the biggest issues that merchants had with the old app bridge way of doing things was the load speed. They would get like a customer come into the store wanting to pick up their order. They're in a rush. They've got a line of customers waiting to check out. And just to open the point of sale the point of sale on app bridge would just take like 5-10 seconds to load. Whereas now with UI extensions, it's almost instantaneous, which is a significant improvement for merchants and the customers. Just less friction everywhere, which is brilliant.
Love that. From your experience, could you just talk a little bit about how you use that customer voice to dictate the type of functionality that you've built?
Sure. So yeah, most of our features come from merchants themselves. So I was giving an example to a colleague earlier today. There was about SMS notifications that we launched for the online store. As soon as we had launched that, we were getting, our support team was getting bombarded with merchants saying, oh, we really need SMS notifications from point of sale orders. And so we quickly built that out then. And again, thanks to how easy it is to build on point of sale now, we was able to do that within a matter of hours. And then it was live. So it's definitely that feedback loop of hearing from merchants and what they want and prioritizing from there.
Take us through the process of using these UI extensions and how just the flexibility has allowed you to innovate.
Yeah, sure. So I think because of the pre-built UI components now, and you've got the Figma design kit there and everything, so it definitely has helped us speed up the development time and less worrying about, okay, is this going to be usable? Is the input field too small to click with your finger on a tablet? So all of that's taken care of by Shopify, and yeah, it really allows us to just focus on creating new features and adding functionality rather than reinventing the wheel in a sense.
And I'd love to talk a little bit about some of the other apps that you've developed, because you've really branched out and done some different things to address different verticals on point of sale as well, right?
Yeah, we have. So we've recently launched a solution for restaurateurs called Zapiet Eats. And so that does real-time food ordering and deliveries directly on point of sale, order printing, table reservations, ordering at your table. It does all kinds. We're really trying to push the boundaries of what's possible on both Shopify online store and point of sale extensions. It's been a challenge, but also really fun to try and use the new APIs and the new points of extensibility that you guys have created. And as you're continuing to do that, it seems like we can ever more get a more native feel to, for the restaurateur to make their experience ever more enjoyable.
So interesting because we typically don't think of Shopify point of sale as a great fit for cafes and restaurants. So like you were hearing feedback from merchants that actually, well, I say merchants, but like restaurateurs and cafes that actually want to use our point of sale.
Exactly. Yeah. Thousands of merchants, certainly from the pandemic, through the pandemic and after the pandemic. We see this as probably the biggest area of growth for at least Shopify and the pickup and delivery category that we're in. I think that the area really needs to be disrupted. I think there's just a lot of space for growth there. I think that's the entire joy of the extensibility. And, again, for point of sale in particular, it's tough for Shopify to build everything. And so by having all these extendable endpoints and extension areas, it means that we can do things like Zapiet Eats and whatever else may come next.
So I have two more questions. One's a little cheeky. I want to know what made you, so buy online, pick up in store, Shopify has some native functionality that does that. How's Zapiet different? What made you kind of stack up against native Shopify?
So the native functionality is obviously great and it has its use cases, but we're finding like majority of our merchants are fresh produce based. And so they really need like the calendar, the date picker, matched with inventory, production reports, as we said. It's all of this calendar based. It's the in-store logistics part that's kind of missing from Shopify Core itself.
I love that. So it's taking our native functionality, looking at it and going, yeah, but it doesn't serve this niche vertical, and we're going to build that.
Exactly. There's even kind of competitors of ours now, which are solving niches of our niche, which is really interesting to see.
Such an interesting system of innovation. I love it. And with that, can you share a little tidbit about the development you're excited about on your roadmap with UI extensions?
So again, like there's recently been some updates to point of sale that you guys have shipped, and we definitely want to make sure we're taking advantage of that. We want to make sure we got our like ordering at the physical table, scanning the QR code, ordering in store via Shopify. I think it's going to be wonderful. And again, cutting out that middleman for the restaurateur and really disrupt that vertical. I think that's our key goal. There is something else big we're working on. But I'll keep that under wraps for now.
Well, I'm excited for that. Thank you so much, Andy, for making time and for sharing all of your experience with us. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks, Kashi.